Music Talk worships at the altar of Jo Schornikow. Altar is the name of Jo's new album, and here is Jo herself, originally from Melbourne, Australia, now living in Nashville, Tennessee, to tell us why she felt the need to make Altar.
Driving home, the ravens on the sign on your exit.
It happened because it had to happen. I had songs, and I felt the need to document them, and I feel like it captures a particular sort of slice of my life where I'm kind of reclaiming some things that I lost early in the parenting journey that we're on. And
okay. This is you being a parent or your parents?
Oh, well, everyone's got issues with their parents. I won't give them all the credit for this one. No, just having kids sort of threw me for a loop, and it takes so much of your physical and mental sort of energy that I was sort of out of the game for a bit. And then these songs, I was like, oh wait, I'm not sad anymore. I'm not feeling as lost as I was feeling a little while ago. And so to me that, that's a celebration of, as much as I love my kids, to feel like myself again is sort of the core of when I look and hear everything to do with this album. That's what I think of.
So was there a particular song that you wrote that kind of got you going again?
Yeah, there's one called Visions, and it's based on just a couple of dreams that my friends had, and some weird thing that I thought I saw that I probably didn't see. but I realized that I was writing about life outside of my tiny, tiny little bubble. I was like, oh, I'm engaging with friends again, and life on the outside of this other thing. And that song for me is sort of a centerpiece to the whole thing of how it got going.
Right. I see there's a video for that song. So did you have much to do with the making of the video?
Like a flash in the dark, like an eyes in the past, and was a vision only. You were right inside, now slides, and now it's passing on me. Was a vision only.
Well, I'm in it, so I was there, and I decided I wanted to do it at a county fair here in Tennessee, which is like a particular sort of American vision that I've always found to be this weird mix of like hyper happy and hyper sad, that weird balance that you can find only at local fairs.
Yes.
so that's what I was going for. And to be able to express both of those things visually, I thought was a cool way to do it. Plus, there's just so much going on that I was like, well, something will look good even if I don't. Something will look good in the video.
Very good. While we're on the subject of the videos, there's one for the opening track, Lose Your Love. So why is that the opening track? And tell me about making the video at the same time. All of that stuff.
How's an ocean pie just split in two? Guess there's more to this than I ever knew. To the ones keeping the dream alive, to the shipwrights and the Polaroid.
I think I led with that one because it feels like it comes out of the box kind of hot in a way where I was like, this is sort of the announcement that I want to start the album with. And it's sort of a reckoning with loss and moving on from that and dealing with that. And I thought that was a nice place to start an album from, sort of just posing this question of like, grief exists, and how do we keep going with that? Right. And then do I provide answers? No, I don't. But catchy songs, hopefully.
Yep. Now, so who were you making the record with? Tell me, you recorded at a place called the Hard Rubbish Recorders with a guy named Selwyn. Is that correct?
That's so correct. Yes, that's absolutely
thank goodness for that. But you can elaborate, please.
Selwyn is an old buddy that I went to jazz college with back in the day, and he was a drummer and I was a piano player. And there's a certain kind of person who goes to jazz college, in my experience, that loves music but maybe is not supposed to be a jazz musician. and
Okay.
and I think I felt a kinship with Selwyn in that. And we just stayed in touch. And then he's a great drummer and a great engineer and producer, and he has a very cool little garage studio in Sunshine, Victoria.
Right.
And when I was home a couple of years ago, we just sort of tinkered around together, and me and him kind of built the whole thing using other jazz misfits that we knew as well. And
Right.
yeah, it was nice to make it at home with buddies, and it just in a place that feels so relaxed and fun.
Cool. One track I wanted to talk about was Wrong. There's an organ solo, it sounds like, in the middle of it. Is that you playing that?
Yeah, that's my living my jazz fantasies still.
So long to all I see and hear in you. I belong to a siren song fool never knew.
And what's the story behind the song? Is there one?
Oh, yeah. It's sort of an apology, you know. Just to though I don't like to admit it, there's been times where I've been wrong.
No way.
No, I know it's impossible.
I'll have to find out what that's like someday, but
You never will. But believe me, it's not worth finding out. You can just.
Alrighty. So the album is called Altar. There's a song called Altar, but there's also an altar in the video for the song called Plaster. So are all those interrelated? I have a feeling they might be.
I think they might be too. I'd tell you more if I knew, but.
Oh, okay.
My heart, it is my jailer, sending me back to Australia. See where I'm going. The darkness is your not knowing.
When I think about an altar, to me, it's not really specific to a doctrine or a religion or whatever, but I find them sort of fascinating little places that people create in their homes or in yoga studios or in churches or wherever you may find them, you know, and just this collection of items that people resonate with or are important to them, you know. And so to me, this sort of record is the altar, and the songs are the little pieces on it that are important to me.
Uh-huh.
And I guess, well, in the larger sense, like religion and spirituality has played into my life, you know, for a large part of it. My first job was as a church organist when I was
Right.
16 or 17, and it's a job that I've sort of had. It's a pretty steady gig for a musician. So
Sure, every Sunday.
every Sunday, guaranteed. So I had one, I was a church organist in New York as well, and now I have a position here in Nashville, and it's just an absolute joy to be able to go into a space and, you know, use it to practice whenever I want to, and basically nerd around on the piano and pipe organ.
Right.
And so, yeah, that's, the religion has played into my life, but there's more questions that I'm left with than any kind of answers. And Nick Cave is a huge sort of influence on me, and how he also uses sort of in his case, Christian theology as like the framework, and it's so resonant in his lyrics and in his music. And yeah, he sort of uses What's that?
He has God is in the House is one of his songs.
God is in the House, yeah. Jesus Alone, all these cool songs that he sort of uses as a launch pad, though, to launch these other ideas and
Yep.
things. So that's an interesting way to go about it, and it resonates with me.
Right. Well, Nick spent a bit of time in Melbourne as well, so there you go.
He sure did.
Have you ever met him?
No, I'd be so scared.
All right. Yeah. So I see you went to South by Southwest, did a little showcase a little while ago. What was that like?
It was super fun. I'm lucky in that my label, Keeled Scales, is based in Austin. So
Right.
I have friends there, and there's, infrastructure. They know what's going on. I just show up where and when I'm told to
nice.
show up.
And did you schmooze? Did you play in front of people? What did you do there?
Oh my gosh, I was in bed as early as possible every single evening. There was no schmoozing, but there was some playing, and I played as many shows as I could, and got to see a few other great things. And it doesn't come naturally to me, that part of in the industry side of things. It's not the part that motivates me.
Right. So once the album is out, are you touring? Are you performing? Do you have plans to do that?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, we went and made another baby, so that's coming in a couple of months. So after that drops, then maybe some more touring.
So you're currently with child, are you?
Yes, I'm so with child. It's going to be a wild summer, but we're going to make it. And, it's not exactly how the timing, in hindsight, could have been better. But what do you do?
You can't plan these things. Well, you can, but most people don't.
This is what it comes down to. You can and you can't, it turns out. So here we are.
I just found out my daughter, well, I didn't just find out, but my daughter is due in August with her.
Congratulations. So. Me too.
Oh, go. What, do you have a date?
It's August 3 is what they told me.
20th. So you're running a little ahead of the storm. But yeah, it should be very exciting. So that's going to change things for you. How many kids do you have?
Well, I've already got 2. So what's another one for the pile?
Yeah, just throw another one on the pile. And are you thinking about what you want to do musically next?
Yeah, well, I'm already sort of halfway through another album, and I have this dream to make an ambient pipe organ record. I think these are the little seeds that are cooking around in my brain right now. And I know that I play in my partner's band, Phosphorescent, and I know that's going to pick up again soon, and we'll be doing whatever we do with that. So I just feel very lucky between all these musical facets that the ball keeps rolling along, and I'm able to just keep making the things that I love making and playing.
Well, we have a massive pipe organ at the Auckland Town Hall here. If you want to spend some time with one, it's huge. It takes up like one side of the building, and it's quite beautiful as well, and ornate. So you might want to come and check it out.
I do want to do that. I am obsessed with every time I'm touring or whatever. That's in my free time while others go to bars and whatever. You'll catch me at churches and synagogues and wherever I can find that has cool musical stuff going on.
Well, that brings us right back to the altar, I guess.
Yeah, there it is.
Son of a gun. Well, this is very exciting. Have fun on Friday when the record comes out. Take it easy, though.
Thanks for talking to me.
My pleasure. And hopefully we'll see you in New Zealand sometime.
Oh, I hope so.